Major John Madden on the ground in Orizaba, Mexico. Very, very much on the ground right now, outside of an OXXO store. I think this is OXXO. That's 24 hours, but all through Mexico, most of the 24-hour stores are not accessible except through a window at night. And I did manage to buy an iced tea out of there. Not cold, because it's a little cold tonight. And I'm not dressed for the weather. So I had a plot twist in my now 7 weeks in Orizaba. My car today was either towed by the city, which doesn't seem reasonable because I'm pretty sure where I was parked was legal. So I think it was stolen. The battery was dead, and yeah, so how could they have stolen? They would have had to jump start it. I don't know. The battery was dead. I couldn't get the automatic windows up. It was a very hot day this morning, and I left the keys in the slot underneath the dashboard. At this point, I can't come up with a scenario in which I'm going to get it back, because I don't have documents for it. And if the city has it, they're going to want me to produce title or some kind of documents, and I just don't have them. If it's stolen, we're not seeing it again. This is a really pretty park that, as I've been wandering tonight for a couple hours now, I had only been over here once, just a couple days ago, maybe 3 days ago. And I realized that I must be close to it. Oh yeah, and this is the Carmen Church. Look how pretty this is. I guess this is still counted as the Central District, south of Castillo Park and the fabulous Cathedral of Michael the Archangel. But look at this church. Yeah, I got a peek at that the other day. And right next to it, there would be one of Orizaba's 10 museums. I think just the other side of it, museum that's dedicated to the history of Orizaba. So this is great. Yeah, so I got a taxi back to my car about 8 o'clock at night, and it was not there. And I stopped the cop and asked him, what do I do? And he said, well, contact the traffic police tomorrow and ask if it's been impounded. I said, well, I do live in it, so that leaves me no place to be tonight. He said, yeah, I don't know what to say to you about that, Mac. If I keep going in this direction, this is going to get me down to, oh, smile. This is the motto of Orizaba, is smile. I'm smiling. I'm smiling. As I've been trying to come to grips with this new reality, I had that car for a little over 2 years. It was 24 years old and full of problems, loaded with problems. Very expensive to keep on the road my whole year in Mexico. So I've been dreaming up scenarios in which I could have a very reasonable life without a vehicle. I love Orizaba, but I've been wanting to go back to Veracruz, where I was for 2 months. I really need to be by the ocean. Orizaba up in the mountains is quite magical. Official magical pueblo in Mexico, one of 30 of them. And I've been super happy here. It's a colder place to be homeless in. I contacted 3 different friends tonight looking for money to get into a hotel, and each of them was ready to send it to me. but we never managed to make it happen. So I've been walking. I get my monthly check from the U.S. in another 6 days. But with a little bit of money that my friends send me, I could score a bus ticket down to Veracruz, where I do have better friends, and where I have been hatching a plan to have that be my base for at least half the year. I'm getting close to Calle Real, I think, which is a big commercial center, big street. I think this is it at the stoplight. And then I'll go right there. So rents in Veracruz are relatively cheap. Through most of Mexico they are. And I do believe that for somewhere between 1,500 and 2,500 pesos a month. Yeah, this is Calle Real, for sure. Yeah, this is where I came out the other day. In the U.S., they say 1/3 of your income, no more, should go to rent. And that would be quite a bit less than 1/3 of my month. My check never makes it through the month, mostly because of car repairs. But at 15-to-1 exchange rate, I'm supposed to be able to live comfortably in Mexico, but that hasn't been the case yet. So I'll go back to Veracruz. I do have ways I could augment my income. My background of psychologist and management consultant, I have a couple of products I want to offer. My own personal model of coaching and counseling. I think it's real feasible. So it's a little cold tonight. It started out hot today, and then a rain front moved in and dropped the temperature a lot. And I knew it wasn't going to be warm enough to sleep in the beautiful Alameda Park with just my t-shirt, which is all I've got, and shorts. So in 4 years on the road, I just wrote a piece for some of my friends. I've been a real strong friend and advocate of homeless people, and have myself been homeless. Hotel something, I don't have glasses. A few blocks forward is where the Coppel store and the Soriana are. I'm almost positive. So in 4 years, I've had 11 or 12 nights that I did not have access to either of my camper vans. First my Ford Econoline 88, and now Dodge Ram. I guess it's not now anymore, until very recently. Dodge Ram 2000 camper van. Back in Asheville, North Carolina, where I started my travels, there were lots of homeless people there. It has historically been a place that mountain people come to find a little city, and often are homeless. And my friends back there, I've been gone for a couple years now, tell me there's more homeless people and more crime than there had been. But in Mexico, in the parts I've been in the east coast of Mexico, very few homeless people. Very few. South Texas, there were lots. It seemed like every abandoned building in South Texas, no matter how bad, how much it should have been destroyed a long time ago, there would be somebody squatting in it. I don't see that in Mexico, where I've been. I don't know what Mexico City is like. Okay, I'm gonna end this video here.